Good evening. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Not the live cam. Got the video up a little bit late today. Just kind of putting the best of the live cam on the Deerfield cam up today. It's kind of a cool video. The best of. Kind of some big sharks down there as well. Normally don't get to see those, but I guess in the evening hours is when the sharks come out. By the way, if you haven't saw it yet or seen it yet, I'm sorry. Snook hits moonfish and goes after bait balls. It is a pre-recorded one, but the best of. Wow, there's a big boy. Let's take a look at. Sorry about the late video tonight. Man, the air conditioning went out in the store, so dealing with getting a new AC unit put in. Not to mention still short-staffed and all that other great excuses that I can use to put out a late video. But not a lot to talk about in precious metals. We're kind of sitting in that mid-1800 range. Let's move over to the spot prices right here. Look, New York a little bit higher in the evening, 1857. So basically we're moving like in a $15, $20 range here. We're at a low 1841. The aftermarkets are open right now. And again, 1841, silver kind of holding above that $22 mark, and silver hanging on, or not hanging on, but sitting in that low to mid $1,000 mark. And palladium just sitting there like it has been. Not a lot of action in precious metals markets. It looks like that we've already bounced off our lows. I mean, could we see, more? I hate to say, you just can never underestimate what they do in these COMEX markets with these large paper positions and these large short positions. And but the overall trend is always upwards. You're never going to have to worry about gold and silver going broke. And I'm going to primarily just talk about some good deals out there and some bad deals out there. Again, not a lot to talk about in the precious metals market. It's kind of sideways right now. As far as silver goes, we're heading back up to that $25, $26, $27 mark. Will they crush it again back down into the mid-low 20s? Very possible. Don't know, but we do know one thing for sure, that it's a constant up and down movement with the overall trend upwards. I mean, all you got to do is look at the gold price charts, and that's pretty obvious. Well, that's actually, what is that right there? That's not the gold. Gold prices versus oil prices. I guess I had a couple charts up earlier just kind of looking at the correlation between charts. But you know what? Gold is money, and money is needed to buy commodities, and oil is a commodity, so is the wheat overall. So as you see these prices trend up, you'll see the price of gold go up as well. But no less, let's take a look at what's happened in the 24-hour markets. Trending, I mean, it looks like gold was doing quite fine until the morning NYMEX markets, CRIMEX markets, and then took its downward movement about $10 per ounce to where it's kind of like sitting sideways today, or at this moment. Not quite sure where it's going to lead up tonight, but I'm not really worried about it. Again, this is a rinse repeat deal. Oh, I just threw the coin over the desk. Silver, they run it up, run it back down, run it up, run it back down. And usually, as I said, the lows that they run it down to are higher than the most recent lows. Although last year, I mean, that $30 mark in 2020 down to where we are in the low 20s is really a big major hit. And it's hard to explain away to a lot of people that this is just pure manipulation in the silver markets. And it gets frustrating just talking about it over time. And, well, no less. Here you go. Here's your 24-hour silver market. And as you can see, there's your green line right there. And then CRIMEX markets where it took its biggest hit. Not too dissimilar to that line in gold you can see right there. Both taking a hit at the same time. And again, make some sense of that, really. Make sense of that. Huge demand for gold and silver out there on the investment side. Huge demand for silver as far as on the industry side, but as well. Not a lot of product out there. Mines were shut down for a year for both gold and silver. All this bullshit movement is just done in the paper markets. Again, shorting markets, going long in markets, commercial shorts, institutional longs. I mean, it's just fucking tiresome talking about these manipulative manipulative bastards that just in the short term run these markets up and down. But again, overall, in a fiat-driven world, gold is money, silver is also money, and it's just going to continue to go upward. I mean, well, we don't need to guess that, because here, take a look. I mean, there's your, let's take a look, precious metals, gold price, 100-year chart overall, and let's just take out the inflation adjusted, and let's look and see where the trend of gold is going up. And let's not adjust the awful fiat dollar, and you'll see that, well, where are we right here? There you go. Nixon took us off the gold standard. Again, this is, I just turned off inflation adjusted right here, which changed this whole scale dramatically. You can see what happened when we went to a fiat currency. And again, this is why you never have to worry about gold and silver. You can get pissed off about the short-term movements like I do. It gets a little pissy sometimes when you see these manipulative bastards doing the same thing and never. Well, anyways. All right. And here's the other thing, too. Here's why you never have to worry about gold and silver, particularly gold, because wherever silver guys don't have to worry. Where gold goes, silver is going to eventually follow it. And gold is just in an overall trend upward. Why? Because the buying power of the dollar is an overall trend downward. Let's move into ZH. Not much to talk about, just the same old freaking assholes out there making the same old stupid-ass comments. Again, the problem with governments, central bankers, and the media out there is they never admit they're wrong. They never will admit they're wrong on so many different levels and so many different things. They just double down on their stupid shit and do it over. Look at this. The UN put North Korea in charge of nuclear, what is it? This, when you think that you can't live in a world, crazier world, look, UN, NATO, these are the people that are fighting. All right, I won't talk about which war they're fighting right now and creating major problems in Europe and major inflation problems by their bullshit hate Russia nonsense. But North Korea just taken over this as of the conference on disarmament here at the United Nations. This is not a joke. Actually, this is not The Onion. North Korea is involved in the conference on disarmament at the United Nations. And folks, man, you know, I've always talked about living in bizarre world, Superman's bizarre world, but we truly, really are. Look who's running the world. I mean, whether it's UK, Europe, United States, and again, I'm not fond of China or Russia. I'm not fond of any large governments. Ultimately, I don't think that people run their governments anymore. I think their governments run them. But you know my beliefs on that, and I'm not going to go into it tonight. Actually, I am pretty tired. I just want to be done with the day. You ever work 83 degrees all day long? Yeah, that's what it was like today. Time for a new AC unit. All right, I'm going to move along from here into best products out there. Folks, I think that the price on American Silver Eagles is so stupid right now that you, other than like your American Eagle date set or your favorite American Eagles, or the fact that you just want to keep a couple of them, if you have any kind of quantity of Silver Eagles right now, get rid of them. Go down to your local coin shop, find a shop like me. As long as they're nice BU coins, you can trade these things in for some different forms of much cheaper silver. The premiums on Silver Eagles are just stupid. The premiums that wholesalers are paying for them are just plain stupid. Look at this. I mean, the selling prices are just plain stupid. As low as, take a look at this, $38. Come on. I mean, that's silver's at $22 an ounce. That's a $16 freaking premium for small quantities, even in larger quantities. $14 thereabouts, am I right? $14 premium on $1,500 plus Silver Eagles. All right, random dates, which are usually the cheapest. So I'd say right now, you know, if there's people out there, dealers out there willing to pay a big premium for Silver Eagles, and when I say a big premium, $5, $6, $7 plus, and they're willing to give you a trade for silver that you can buy at $3 and $4 and $5 over, Put more silver in your pocket. Take advantage of the large premium on these American Silver Eagles because it's not going to last forever. At some point, the price of silver is just going to go up so crazy that American Eagles are going to be not much over spot. And I know some people out there believe that, oh yeah, silver Eagles will always command a big premium. Not necessarily true. I've seen Silver Eagles bring anywhere from I've sold Silver Eagles as cheap as $1.50 over spot. I think in 2015, 14, Silver Eagles got as low as spot plus 2.25 over. Now, granted, silver was probably $12 to $15 per ounce, but I mean that's a cheap premium. It just so, and when the price of silver starts getting really, really high, I don't think I think you'll be happy you made that trade. You rather have the extra ounces versus an extra high premium on a silver coin that is just super popular right now. Take advantage of that popularity. Sell Silver Eagles. Sell, 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 in my opinion, and buy cheaper, recognizable forms of silver. If you live in South Florida, I can help make this conversion for you. And if you think I'm just trying to buy your Silver Eagles, no. All I'm doing is laying off the Silver Eagles I have to other dealers that are willing to pay these stupid numbers for them, and it's true. And when I advise my customers to buy silver and new people to buy silver, what am I telling you all the time? 100-ounce bars. I get so tired of talking about it. The best deals out there. And again, remember, I can beat JM Bullion, SD Bullion, and APMEX Bullion for you South Florida people and the local South Florida guys. If you don't live in South Florida, as you know, you need to find yourself a good local dealer. But your good local dealer should be able to do a nice trade like this. But what are the best deals out there? They're certainly not Silver Eagles. You can trade your Silver Eagles and end up with more silver if you buy 100-ounce bars, kilo bars, 10-ounce bars, and 1-ounce bars, depending on the availability and the price that your dealer's charging. But I can convert your Silver Eagles into more silver very easily if you live in South Florida. Your local dealer should be able to do the same. As far as gold goes, premiums are not ridiculous on gold. They're just not. I sold American Gold Eagles in small quantities for spot plus 120 today. Gold bars are under 90 over. What are they, 80 to 90 over? And again, in quantities, I can beat the prices of JM, SD, and APMEX Bullion. And hopefully your local dealer can as well. If you have a local dealer, if not, you know me. I'm always encouraging you to find a good local dealer. But other than that, folks, I think I'm done for the evening. I'm a little worn out. Again, lack of air conditioning, long day, lots of stuff to do. Not lots to talk about in the precious metals right now. Action is kind of sideways, but overall, we are definitely going to $25, $26, $27 an ounce silver again. There's no doubt in my mind. Will the pattern break? Will the next high be higher than the last high of 27? That's yet to be seen, but we are definitely going back to the last high or close to it before we do the rinse and repeat in the crooked CRIMEX markets. But I still think, and I never underestimate these people, but I still think that they're running out of ammo, folks. So lots of great deals in gold and silver. We have them here in our store in South Florida, and I hope that your local dealer has them as well. And Friday's video, $100 plus silver with 70 stagflation. I was showing you the chart. I wasn't saying that we were going to see $100 silver anytime. I wasn't making that prediction of $100 silver, but comparatively speaking, if you take out the inflation adjusted stuff, $50 silver in the 1980s was freaking tremendous. And I know people are going to bring up the Hunt brothers, but it was a confluence of different things, not just the Hunt brothers. There was a shortage of silver. There was a lot of monkey business going on in the silver market, like there is today, that the Hunt brothers recognized. If the Hunt brothers around today, that they'd recognize the same shit, more or less, just manipulation, that COMEX doesn't have the market to back the silver to back up the stuff, and that physical is very rare. But no less, we don't have any Hunt brothers today. Even if we did, COMEX changed those rules so they couldn't get it stuffed up their asses like they could back then, and like they did back then. But no less, I believe that silver, we're in a similar pattern of inflation and times, oil prices and inflation, the decline buying power of the fiat currency, politically a sad, lame times when it comes to wars we don't need to be involved with, and you know which ones I'm talking about. So anyways, let me, thanks for watching that video. And again, it wasn't a prediction of $100, it was just noting the similarity between the times. Hey, T, what's up? Rich, get richer. You got that right. Thank you, T. Nice seeing that. Great videos you have going on this week, by the way. If you're not familiar with T, the Silver Stacker, he does interviews with other coin dealers and stuff. Really super nice guy and great interviews. I recommend you watch his channel. Let's go down to the bottom here and work our way up and see if I can answer any questions. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for their comments. Michael, All Records. And let's see, everyone likes cheap silver. Nixon was a bastard. Yep. We had never dropped any nukes. We were not even consulted on the matter. I know what you're saying. We didn't personally. Our government did. But, you know, and Moody's talking about some comment I made that we're not quite the peaceful nation that we'd like to believe ourselves to be. But again, you'd have to watch Friday's video to get the context behind what he's talking about. Thanks for commenting, Moody. Can't argue with that to many degrees, but we are the government, really, or we're supposed to be. Linda, well, you called it, I agree with you. I'm thinking about my second ounce of silver. Keep buying, Joe. I think these prices, one day you'll look back and you'll see sub $30 silver, sub $50 silver is cheap. I really believe that. Chris says, good old Jimmy Carter was the last Democrat he voted for. After all, who doesn't like peanuts and peanuts and Billy? Yeah, well, yeah, you're probably, I don't know how old you are, Chris, but I know that, you know, I was kind of enthusiastic about the guy just because, like you said, beer and peanuts, Southern guy, had a kind of, you know, he had something with the younger crowd, and I guess I was at the right age right at the right time, but I don't think I voted for him. I can't even remember who I voted for at the time. Probably a libertarian. BS Detective, big corps love these prices. Absolutely. Can't argue with you, BS Detective, that's for sure. Well, Welco, I hope you had a nice weekend as well. And James, RSW, All Records. Let's see here. Eric says the Clean Air Act established in 1970 required a 75% reduction in emissions in 5 years. So 1975 diesel, somewhere in the 90s, but I do not what lower. Oh, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. I was not familiar with that. You make silver buying fun. You make buying silver fun, James Lagarde. Not me. It's you. Thank you. Silver liner. Buy my second ounce of platinum. Yeah, I mean, listen. I can't say yes or no. I can't pull the trigger for you guys. You know, you guys know in your heart and your mind and your pocketbook what you need to buy. And again, I hope you're well diversified besides just owning gold, silver, and platinum. I hope you own other things, and I'm sure you guys do. But yeah, I like platinum. I think it's super cheap. I don't think you're going to go wrong buying at these levels. I think one day you'll look back and say, wow, man. Just like we look back at gold at being half this price and silver being half the price. You know, we're going to look back at these prices and feel the same way. Thanks for commenting, American Patriot. You as well. Yeah, we all really. I think when it comes down to it, we're sick of being Democrats and we're sick of being Republicans. We're Americans, and that's what really we're all about. We're all about covering each other's back. We don't care. You know, we're all about the Constitution. We're all about our rights. We're all about the way this country was built. We're all about solid values. But anyways, thanks for watching, Mr. Patriot. I appreciate that as well. T again. Mark says, fear is a very strong emotion. That's exactly what happened when people realize that fiat money is worthless. I don't think the vast majority of people understand what money is. You know, they really don't. Money, a dollar is a dollar is a dollar is a dollar. I don't think they understand what a dollar is, what it's backed by, what it's not backed by. A vast majority aren't. But I think if you start to get a large amount of people that do, or realize that their dollar buys less and less and becomes more worthless, yeah, we got issues going on. That's for sure, Mark. And Celeste says, I don't know if precious metal bulls or bears are right in the short term. Yeah, here's what we do know, Celeste, is that they're going to drive it up. It'll go back down. They'll drive it back up to that point. They'll go back down. And again, in the medium and long term, those points that it's going higher because of the fiat-driven world we are living in, the lows will be higher than the prior lows, and the new highs should be higher. That's just the way it works. I don't think we're ever going to see $15 silver again, much less $10, $5 silver. And I think it's highly unlikely we're going to see sub 20 unless we see some big moves. You know, we're moving into the next territory. But again, you can't deny that this manipulation happens. That you know, once it gets to a certain level, it gets capped, dropped back down, and it goes back up to that level again. But overall, the trend is upwards. We know that. It's just, when do these crooked motherfuckers in comics stop pulling these games? I don't know. Does CFTC finally rein them in? Does the CME group finally say, hey, listen, you guys got to stop this? I don't know. Does it finally bite them in the ass where they have big giant losses, or to the point like Ted Butler talks about where they've limited their shorts to the most limited losses they've ever had and just close out these short positions? I mean, that's kind of what we're all hoping for, and I think we'll see at some point they'll close out these short positions because they can't possibly catch up with them. But again, they've got to drive these markets down. Ted Butler believes right now and that this is probably the best time for them to get out of their silver short positions at the lowest losses they've been in for many, many, many years, decades, whatever you want to call it. Perhaps he's right. Maybe this is the time they do get out. And they will at some point. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the comments, Celeste. And JD, I learned a lot from you guys as well. Appreciate your comments. My comments kind of a spin-off from Sports Gump. Stupid is as stupid does. Yeah, they just double down on their stupid. That's true, 24 karat. Thanks for your comment. The way I see it, silver's on sale. Yep, also, silver's on sale. A lot of you folks feel that way. And, you know, you can't picture this as a 45-degree line. When silver does start getting into a bubble territory, you know, hopefully I'll be smart enough to recognize it and tell you to get out, maybe get out a part of your position and step back and let it fall back. And because all markets kind of bubble at some point, don't they? That's just the way things happen in the economy now. But all right, I'm going to be done with it and get along here and get this video published. Sorry about the lateness of it. And as you know, I always say, think for yourself and question authority. And the best way to think for yourself and question authority is first question yourself. Question what you think you know, what you think you know, and what your opinion is and what your narratives are. Because maybe they're not your own. Maybe you got them somewhere else and maybe they're wrong. Well, I don't need to go into it. You know my spiel. Hey, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully get these videos done a little bit earlier and get my air condition fixed. Have a good evening. Bye now.